Great questions this week. Okay.
Wake it up. Wake it up. Clock it.
Are you tangled?
She's getting in character for the podcast.
Wake it up.
Clock it.
Wake it up. Clock it.
Wake it up. Clock it.
No, that's enough. Well,
Oh, sorry.
That's quite enough.
We're
I'm like,
talking over
Perla's
each other
not,
again,
I'm like,
already, like,
Perla's not
episode
here,
one.
and I need to take up her job of... Wait, you could be the Perla.
I dressed like I wore blue today.
Oh.
Let's get into this eye makeup,
Girl, no green.
She looks so...
Wow. All this green around me and I didn't choose any of it to wear.
Literally. Looking around the room, I spy with my little eyes. Something that's green. Well, we'll be
Damn.
here for a while.
I failed math in high school, so I don't know what to tell you. That's Jaylene's vocal stim of the week. She responds to everything with, well, I failed math in high school.
Well,
I live. Sorry.
Well,
yes.
yes. Welcome back to another episode of The Powder
Oh,
Room.
Helena got us so good.
Ooh, today we have a little special guest.
All the way from season 5 of Canada's Drag Race, Helena
Poison.
Oh my God, hi.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here.
I know we've been like talking about it forever, and then you commented on our last video being like, "Baby, this is your button to click."
I said this is the have Helena as a guest button,
And
and
the
y'all,
The likes were
Y'all
liking.
blew it up.
y'all used the button.
You guys
So here I
really
am.
you guys really wanted Helena, and we're like, you know what? It makes sense. She's in the city.
We unfortunately do not have Perla here today, but don't worry, she will be
So unfortunate.
on the last squeeze.
Yeah,
She'll be on the
seeing
last
her.
squeeze.
So you'll see her there if you want to know her opinions about the episode. So Perla is just taking a break for the week, so y'all can get some new.
Wait till you see what
perspectives.
she's getting done to her body. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it.
Girl, she comes back super body.
Yeah, BBL
Body would be
Perla.
crazy.
BBL Perla.
BBL Perla.
Coming from my gig.
BBL Van.
Coming from my gig. But also, Helena, kind of a perfect episode to have you because obviously this week we had an acting challenge which you placed high for on your season.
Yes,
And also we had it in the Shadows runway, which very up your alley, but you also had a hand in multiple people's runways
A couple
this week.
people.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes, I did.
Oh, we will get into it all, but this episode was juicy. It was fun.
It was a juicy one for
Baby,
sure.
now wake this up. Anytime I'm on the screen, it's always going to be juicy. I saw someone review. I saw someone comment and say, I don't know, because I've like said openly I've applied 5 times to be on the show, and I got on to my 5th time, and everyone's like, how did it take production 5 times to cast her? She's literally like a walking dramatic person or
Because
whatever.
you had
Like,
to get prettier.
I did.
Damn.
I
Okay.
did.
We
I
have
look pretty
arrived.
busted the first
Wake
4
it up.
times.
Wake it up.
We arrived. No, if
I
you
actually
didn't
have a
if you
note
didn't-
about your makeup for this runway and a story about it.
Oh.
She's already jumping
A
in.
note.
We're coming in with the lore, baby.
A
We're coming in
note.
with the Van Gogh lore today.
Oh, yes.
I was there in the trenches at the beginning.
Not the trenches.
No, literally,
girl.
actually, like, I've talked about this before on the pod of like, I started drag in a competition. Aurora painted me the 3rd time, but Helena was like hosting it.
Yes, I was one of the hosts.
So it's like, baby, from the jump.
Yeah.
From the
Girl,
jump.
I remember the days when Van used to send selfies of like
Not too much.
2 colors blended. She's like,
Don't
"Look,
do too much,
I
sister.
blended my makeup." I went,
Don't do too much,
"Ooh,
sister."
now let's
I
work on the
remember
shape."
I remember a young fresh ingenue sitting in the audience of my show by herself in red fringe sequin and the driest hair I've ever seen. Just observing the girls.
Supporting the girls.
Just
supporting
the
local
girls,
drag.
Supporting local drag.
She was the local.
I think the
pussy.
word local drag is so funny to me now.
I know.
I think it's like, it has turned into like something completely different.
Yeah.
Truly derogatory.
Hashtag
If you
love
perform where you
local.
live, you're a local drag queen.
Baby,
Sorry.
literally. Are we local because we perform in Canada? Are we also local drag?
Yeah.
What came
Yeah.
first, the local or the drag?
The chicken still came first.
We're gonna break it down. Did y'all like this episode? Has season 6 been living up to your expectations, Helena?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I've been having so much fun watching this season. Like, I'm a little jealous of how much fun you guys are having on TV. I was
Yeah.
like, damn
No, I'm like, I'm
cute.
watching and I'm like, I feel like I'm in the room with them as they're kikiing. Like,
it. Right?
the energy from the whole cast is so, it's loud. The energy is loud. And
Yeah.
I feel so
In
in the
person,
room when it's happening.
maybe
I'm
even
like,
louder.
girl.
I just feel like you are all there to have just like the best time and not hold back. And I think everybody watching is really
Yeah. I think
relating
even
to
Brooke
that.
had said that of like the thing that she liked a lot about our cast was that we didn't hold back and we weren't scared of like what.
Public perception.
Yeah. Like in the moment, we weren't thinking about that. I don't think anyone was ever like, oh my God, they're going to hate me. I think we were all just like, girl.
Your
We're
cast
here.
is also quite young. I think it's
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
younger casts that Canada's had, and I think that really changes like people's
energy.
perspective of what the Drag Race experience is. Like
Yeah,
y'all
for
are
sure.
there like just ready to have a good time and show off, whereas like somebody who's a bit older and has been doing this for a long time like kind of goes on and sees that as like a this could make or break my career.
Yeah. Or like
And
wanting to level up
a
to
little
the next
bit
level.
more like okay, well like
Yeah. Low-key, like even like
That.
Velma's our oldest cast member, our eldest. Oldest sounds crazy. I think
oldest
Velma's
at 39 is crazy.
39. But also at the time, I had no idea Velma was 39.
Yeah,
Oh, she looks young.
I
girl.
learned
She looks very
Velma
young.
was 39
Fresh.
after we like finished filming the show, and I was like, what? I was like,
Come on, Velma. Come on, Johnny. You got good
and
genes.
the whole time
honey.
I had no idea who the oldest was or I knew who the youngest was. But I was just like, I don't know how old anyone is, and I didn't really care. I felt like we were all like, most of us were like late 20s, early 30s.
But y'all as a
Yeah.
cast also just like, you guys blend really well together. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there's like a good mix of clashing but also like sisterly love with each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're seeing that on screen as well, which is really cool. Like, I'm ready for you guys to like yell at each other, but then the next scene, like, you guys are having a little love fest. On screen, we're already seeing that you guys really do care about each other.
Yeah.
But you're willing to call each other out when
Yeah,
something
yeah.
goes wrong.
What I liked
And
about the
that's-
drama too was like, we're also seeing resolutions on screen. Like, we're seeing us resolve it in real time,
There's active conversation happening. Like,
which just feels like drag to me.
Yeah.
you're literally working things out on screen. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like,
That was one thing I personally took away from doing Drag Race in my season is that, like, saying how you're feeling, even if like your conscious mind knows it's ridiculous, say it anyways, because like you can always talk it out exactly
Yeah.
like how you and Dulce did.
Yeah, me and Velma.
And yeah, like you and insert Toronto drag queen
Van
name.
Gogh versus the world.
Van Gogh versus the world.
girl,
That's one thing I took away from my season watching it back and that you guys are employing. And it's really interesting to see that play out in real time. So,
And that's real life too.
and that's real life because that's real life.
Yeah.
Like we spat with each other. Like
Yeah.
people spat with each other all the time. You disagree on things. Sometimes you're in a mood and you say something shitty and like you need to apologize. And it's like,
yeah, it doesn't get resolved
good.
unless you actually talk about it and
Yeah.
like, bring it up with people.
I think we're showing like none of it's really that deep. Like, sure, we got into a tiff one day, but the next day, it's not that deep.
yeah, put it aside, work together.
It's we're cross dressing.
low key, I don't care.
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 All right. Well, I've been really excited to be on the powder room, so I brought a little gift.
oh, wait,
I know,
I'm
I
so
brought
nervous.
a little gift. Are you ready for it?
Wow, Pearl is about to get the chop for real.
Perla's about to get the chop for real.
Y'all, Midas like
Thank
slid this
God.
bag underneath the table.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah, Aurora. And we
The
have-
lashes.
and we
The
have
lashes.
Van Gogh.
Wait, the mugs! I didn't notice.
What in the world?
So cute.
And we have Perla.
Wait, the
Oh my
ponytail is so
God.
fierce.
Oh, they're little keychains.
Oh, wait, they're so cute.
Yeah, I may or may not have gone to one of those claw machine places in the summertime, really stoned, and Ala and I spent too much money trying to win every one of the Powerpuff
Oh my God.
Girls so we could make them into the powder
That
the powder
is
room.
so cute. Thank you.
The Powderpuff
Oh my God.
Girls. Yes.
Oh my God. Wait, you'll be Perla for now. Just hold up the
Yeah, I'll just hold it.
Thumbnail.
No, literally.
Put the mic down. Thumbnail.
Oh.
Next pose. And one more pose.
Okay.
This is too cute. Oh my God. Thank you, Helena.
You're
Wow, thank you.
welcome.
That's
you are
so
a
cute.
sweetheart. Oh my
And
God.
I did make a YouTube video.
Doing them?
time-lapsing like the making of.
Oh, well, that's so cute.
Wait,
I just
well,
needed your reactions to finish my videos. So it'll be up soon on
Oh
my
my God,
YouTube
I
channel.
Oh my
that.
god.
Well-
yeah, everyone check out Helena's YouTube channel.
We will
She's
link
been
it
posting
below.
Are you still posting weekly?
I'm not posting weekly anymore because it didn't do a lot for the algorithm, but I am posting
When you feel like it.
at least once a month.
Okay, here.
And
That's
she already
sometimes
has
twice
a
a
lot of
month.
videos out, so go check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for new videos, there's like 30 of them up there already. I've done makeovers with almost all of my cast members from season 5.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of like makeup tutorials. I've done a lot. I opened a bunch of like Pop Mart blind boxes recently.
fun.
Oh my God, bring me on next time.
Girl, I had way too much fun.
I
had
loved your
way too
Trixie
much
video
fun.
where you were like just playing with the pigments.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
playing with
do
makeup.
product
That's so
reviews,
you.
product recommendations. I review My Chemical Romance music videos sometimes.
Wait, oh my God, I must have missed that.
Everyone did, don't worry.
Well,
Well,
make sure
check
you
out
check out
Helena's YouTube channel.
YouTube
Let's add a little
Sprinkle some views in there. Make me
Thank
horny.
you.
an at here somewhere. Might as well do that. Oh, now I feel like Perla giving editing
some
directions.
editing notes.
Midas, can we get like a little like something in here?
What anything for you,
Can
Helena?
we get an animation with like fireworks? Like
Can we get us flying
And then, like,
in the
applause.
tornado in Wizard of Oz?
Oh, now
I'm
you
trying
really
to
are.
really
Now
I'm
you're
really
the
trying to be
role
Perla.
Now you are really Perla.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Madam Morbo, flip it around.
I've not even
Wicked
seen the movie
Witch.
yet. I've not even seen the movie yet. But JJ made me
Really?
do a TikTok of it
Oh
the
my
other
God.
night.
I think this is so funny. Like that thing, because she's just so happy to do it.
Girl,
Madam
She's
Morbo,
so excited.
Flip
Flip it around.
I saw a compilation of her
Wicked
doing it
Witch.
in front of different interviewers, and I'm like,
Me
oh, she
too.
did this like
Me too.
7 or 8 times that night.
Well, I love
Literally.
I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. She did it so fast, and everyone was like, "Damn, she didn't even wait 5 minutes." They literally started talking about it. She went, "Yeah, Madam Morrible, flipping around, wicked
She was like, I've been
witch."
waiting all day to do this.
Literally. Oh my
Now,
God.
before we get into the episode, also make sure you follow us on Instagram at Powderpuff Girls Official. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, comment, share, and all that good
Yes.
stuff.
And after the episodes are done, you can go head over to our link in bio at our Instagram to find the NGL link and drop your questions and thoughts below. And we'll post them on the story before we film the podcast that week.
Anonymously.
Anonymously, but don't get crazy.
Don't
Welcome
get
to
too
the
crazy.
stage.
Actually, the questions
Link
this
in
week
bio.
were sickening, and we'll get to them at the end. They were very good. That should be a great drag name.
That's my new favorite drag king name, Lincoln Bio.
Is that a real drag king?
I don't know.
It should be.
But it should be Lincoln, like Abe Lincoln, and then Bio.
Lincoln Bio is so funny.
Lincoln Bio.
It definitely is.
Someone take
out
it.
there
Someone
for
take
sure.
it. It needs to happen.
Lincoln Bio would be crazy.
Okay.
I love that.
Well, yes. Oh my God. Actually, I was watching the Cup review, Canada's Drag Race,
I love the cup.
and they were like, the powder room's excessive use of "Well Yes" by Star Doll. and then they were like, that's Midas's fault. And then I think Tara was like, that's actually Van. I was like, baby, it's not me.
That's definitely me.
It's
Oh,
not me.
that's a Midas edit. I
It's
saw it
not
the first
me.
time when it premiered.
I'm sorry. When you slow it down and speed it up, it takes me out.
The slow down is just so funny.
Or what was the end of last episode? Low-key,
I don't care. Well, it's just me putting my own vocal stems in there because low-key I don't care. It will never leave my
Oh my
head.
God.
The
And
season of the
Guys,
vocal
can we
stem.
put in a little crank it?
Oh my god.
But you get to choose when. Gag me.
I'll gag you.
And then I'll live text you when that happens.
The season of the
We'll
vocal stem.
live chat in the live chat.
Oh my God, yeah.
Clock it.
Everyone who's always in the live chat for the premiering of each episode we do, I love it. Keep
Shout
it
out to
up.
y'all.
It's so fun.
We get
I've been
so
there.
giddy when they
Shout out
when
to
they
We
y'all.
got so
appear.
giddy. Girl, this past week we were up above like 150 viewers.
We were at
live.
171.
I
Something
think almost
like
like, yeah, 200.
That was so cool.
Come on,
I'm like,
famous.
I know. Keep chatting because it really is cool to talk like in real time with you all and seeing all your reactions.
Yeah, I love it. Thank y'all.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Into the
Episode 2, we will just brush over what happens before the challenge quickly. Start of the episode, the Beaver's
The
back.
Beaver's back.
The beaver.
The Beaver's back. This is the fourth season now, including Versus the World,
Including Versus the World.
that has the
season.
Beaver.
I love that they just left it on the table with the mirror and we're like, okay, they'll
With
see
a
it when
mirror
they see it.
message?
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well,
That was
we saw Sammy react very like intensely to
oh
it.
my God.
When I saw it, I literally saw them when I walked in. I went, okay, and then I sat back down because I was like, okay.
You're like, I have some things to say.
I
like,
didn't expect
unbothered.
the Beaver not to be there.
But then y'all sat down. You apologized to Dulce.
Yes, I would say yes.
You guys talked it out. Also,
Yeah.
I love that you started out though. I know none of y'all saw it for me, but
Well, let's wake that up. Anyways, I feel like walking back into the room. how do I say this? In the first Untucked, when Dulce was airing her feelings towards me, I feel like I was very defensive. And part of the reason was because I was on such a high of like, oh my God, I just got these amazing critiques from
Well, it's
Paula
like, who
Abdul.
are you to like stomp on me right now when I'm feeling so good?
And it's just like the sudden switch. It's not even the stomping on me. Like, maybe air your feelings. Like, I kind of respect the bitch who can do that. Like, obviously, of course, I do. And I live that she did do that. I just think it was such a switch around of like how I was feeling internally. And then outwardly, I walked in being like, oh, no one thinks I should have been in the top. And you think I'm a bitch. And you hate me something I said 4 years ago. I can't remember. And so I started laughing. Because it was funny.
She said, fight or flight. I'll just laugh. I'll just laugh.
I just started chuckling, you know? But I really wanted to like clear the air because to me, what I said to Dulce was real. I don't necessarily dislike her and I definitely don't hate her. I really just don't know her. We had not worked together very often in Toronto before going to the show. Mm-hmm. We didn't really have a lot of friends in common. We didn't really talk. So it was kind of the thing of like, I don't really know you. And I don't really want this to follow me around.
And you've also mentioned in the workroom that like you wear your emotions on your whole body. And once you're kind of in that zone,
especially
like,
my face,
it's hard to like pull you out of it. So when you have time to like think about it and like come back to the situation, even if it's just like before the runway, after the runway, like you have a second to like actually think about it and be like, okay, maybe I should pull back a little bit too and just take a look at the scene from a little further out.
And I find that like somebody who's known you for quite a long time, like I've seen you do this so many times, like be like, you know what?
Maybe too much.
Maybe I was too much. I apologize.
Yeah, it's not that like what I said to her wasn't very like me saying she's not on my level, not a nice thing to say. And like even if I was feeling that way, it doesn't need to mean I need to vocalize it. Yeah. Like to her. And I think that like what you're saying, I think I do that a lot. Like sometimes I vocalize something that I don't necessarily need to vocalize.
Fair. Yeah.
Like let's just put it to bed.
Yeah.
Sometimes just let it wash off.
Oh, forget
Water
wake
off
it
with
up.
back.
Put it to bed. Let's
put it to bed. But I let Jewel say no to call it out in the future and that I will try to be less reactionary, I guess. Which, how well did I do? We'll find out.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get into it.
Stay tuned every Thursday.
We'll find out. But I'm happy we cleared that up and we kind of move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I thought it was a great way to kick off the episode, just like having the fun like back and forth and then just like putting it to bed and moving on. I liked that.
Even like New Day in the workroom when you guys were around the table, if the energy felt so light, like even Hazel kind of being like, I'm not done yet, Van Gogh or whatever. That was like
you like
girl, that was so
and
annoying.
then just like slowly start gritting because you were like, wow, ate me up.
I mean, I was low-key like, oh, let me not say too much. Let me not wake it up too much.
you were like, she's gonna have her
Honestly,
moment.
I want the edit of this season that's just all of your facial expressions in the background of every
baby.
conversation.
Easy.
A lot of lips pressed together.
And then I want to dub over it.
To me,
what is she thinking?
I personally wouldn't walk in the room and start complaining about not being in the top on the first week. To me, personally.
Yeah.
But to each their own.
To each their own.
I especially wouldn't do that wearing a schoolgirl outfit, but to each their own. To each their own.
Yeah. You said, baby, it was look 1, 2, and 3, and she said, well, yes, 1, 2, and 3, and you're like,
well,
yes, looks 1, 2, and 3.
Looks 1, 2, 3.
But were any of them as good as 3?
Who knows? Like her 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think hers was the best last week or the first week?
I think her runway, like her More is More runway, was beautiful.
Of course.
But
Gorgeous.
I thought her verse was mid, and I thought her entrance look was. And as somebody who did come in as a high school kid to season 5, like
speak the facts.
Like I know that like it was a conscious choice, so like I'm not that mad about it. I thought she looked adorable still.
So did I.
But like when she was like, I ate my verse, I was like, you nibbled.
Oh, you better wake it up.
I don't know Hazel. I don't know Hazel, and I've heard nothing but fabulous things about her.
I think the truth is,
and I think she's going to be a lovely sister when we finally meet.
Oh my God, she's
but at this point, I'm just judging what I'm seeing on
of course.
TV. And I was just like,
yes.
I felt the same way I felt about Xana in the first episode of my season, where it's like you're talking a really big game and you're not living up to what you're talking.
Clock
you
it.
know.
I
love a girl who's confident and talks a big game, but like back it up or shut up.
Clock it. I think our first episode too was really, really good. I think that you could have made a case for almost any single person to have been in the top 5. I think it really comes down to what the judges specifically were looking for and what they were impressed by. I think a lot of the time, I think even why I won the challenge came down to my overall branding and my overall able to let them in on my point of view comparatively to my other competitors. I think that was like really the thing that edged me on the top.
Well, I think that is exactly what put you on top, was that like you just had a different perspective on drag, and that really translated with your 3 looks that you did, with your whole package from episode 1. It was just very clear of like who you are, what your style of drag is, what your take on it is. It was just so much more clear than a lot of the other girls, which is why I think you won.
Okay.
It was clear.
So yeah, I think it's like, I don't think any of us have anything to be upset over episode 1. I think we all did such a good job.
No, and episode 1, it's like, honestly, like winning is great and being safe is also great because you are 12 people making your first impressions to the judges. So like everyone's bringing their A game.
Girl, highest rated episode.
Period.
Across the franchise.
Period.
Or all franchises?
It's tied with All Stars 2 premiere.
That's gaggy.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, into the episode, we get right into the challenge. Carson Kressley
comes in.
What do y'all think of Carson Kressley versus
the
missing
OG.
Brad Goreski?
I'm excited that Carson's here. I think Carson's energy is really fun because Carson's like a character in themselves, but they also have been doing this for a long time and seem like they really have come to love critiquing the queens and helping the queens and like really like engage in.
And he understands the concept of Drag Race so well because he has done it for so many years. Like I was thinking when we'll get into it later, but in the challenge, his feedback, the way he says things too, I'm like, that's just stuff that comes with experience of like how to set up the queen for success and for the cameras and everything. I was just like, wow, he's really good at his job.
Yeah.
I was like kind of gagged. I never recognized that.
I mean, and his feedback you see in the challenge comes right back around to the judging. And like the queens that he gave feedback to and took it were able to like really apply themselves and kind of end up on the top of the pack. And the queens who weren't able to apply his feedback ended up on the bottom for those exact things he pointed out.
And I also think his perspective is really cool and unique and valuable to you guys because he is an OG reality star.
Yes.
Like he was one of the original Fab Five.
He's been
Queer
on
Eye
so
for the
many
Straight
reality
Guy.
TV shows. It's insane.
Like he's been on reality TV since like the year 2000. Like he is an expert in TV. He's an expert with his fashion eye and his styling eye. And he also knows how to be talented in what you do and also a TV personality at the same time because that's what gives you longevity in the entertainment industry.
I
think it's a great addition to the judging panel.
It felt really fresh.
Yes.
In a fun way.
Having Carson walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never met Brad, so I don't know what Brad could have gave, but I loved having Carson there. He was really fun.
It's yeah. I was jealous.
No, that must have been such a gag.
I loved Uma tweeted if Carson was on my season, I knew I feel it in my bones I would have made top 4. And then Brooke replied and said, as we age, our bones deteriorate. No, Brooklyn delivers savage
Girl,
reads.
she is lurking in the replies of
See, people are
everyone
like,
right
oh,
now.
Brooklyn's like on one this season. But I was like, the way Brooklyn talked to you in the first episode with like wear nails next time.
Yeah.
That's the Brooklyn I know. Like, that's
Fuck
how
it.
Brooklyn acts when she's, like, backstage at a show or just kikiing with the girls. So the fact that we're getting to see that side of Brooklyn and everyone is really exciting to me because, like, I've always been such a Brooke fan because she's so rotted on the inside sometimes, but in the best way.
She's a drag queen, and she's, like, grown up around, like, so many iconic Toronto drag queens. And, like, that's exactly how she acts to me. And, like, even, like, people are like, oh, my God, were you gagged when she clocked you? I was like, no, I was living.
No, because that's Brooklyn. She's funny and quick and
that's
kind of
drag.
sharp like that.
That's
but, like,
drag, baby. Because I would do the same thing. And I did earlier in the episode when I clocked Star.
Like, yeah, she could be like, I would really wear nails next time, honey, because like, and explain it to you. Or she could just be like, wear nails. And
that's why I got a glove
then
on
it's
today.
funny and a helpful tip.
Clock it. No, I love that. So we get into the challenge. We are doing cruise ship commercials. This has like become like the staple second episode challenge. All of us had a second episode improv comedy type challenge in teams.
Something that we had to write.
Yes. You had QV She. We had the
Manners.
alien PSAs. And then we got to mine the cruise ship commercials. We had 3 teams, the Self-Care Sisters, my team, the Singles at Sea, and then the Seniors at Sea.
Seniors on sea.
I guess we had SS.
SOS.
I love that one. Oh my God, so fun. But we are starting off with my group, the Self-Care Sisters with SS. And, we started off with a bang.
We started off with a bang. We started off with the whole team imploding from 30 seconds of talking with Carson.
I know. It was so funny, too, because, like, we kind of were working really good together until that moment.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went, oh.
Girl, and then Saltina was like, I was fine up until that moment, and then everything just started derailing mentally, and I'm like, ooh, that's not a good way to start a group challenge.
Well, you know what? I don't feel too bad for her. She still won.
You know what? She did win. I think your group for me was, I would rank it second out of the 3 groups.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the best, but there were good parts and it wasn't like bad.
Yeah.
Lived for the concept.
I loved the concept, and I thought individually everybody did a great job in their role.
Thank you. I think we could have leaned into the concept more. And like the culty cruise concept. I think we could have made our characters maybe align more with that. I think these are so short, right? Like they're so quick. And I think it's hard with 4 people to make sure everyone's getting their
absolutely
moment to shine. So I think we almost maybe should have done it in the route of Seniors at Sea where they had 2-2 instead of doing like one main host and then 2.
That way you can always share the screen time with someone.
Yeah, we could have done like 2.
That gives you more
2
opportunities.
hosts and then 2 like passengers. And that could have been a fun way to play at it. I wasn't
Honestly,
mad at
like,
it though.
And knowing like you probably didn't have like that much time to revise and edit. Like if you had the chance to do another pass of this, like I feel like you guys would have done a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We really did all contribute. Ooh,
Okay, Sammy.
Trashy.
I may not be the most polished. Girl, bye.
Wait, how many things are gonna break on you this season? Your promo look, this earring. What's next?
Oh my god, every episode I'm cursed. As I was about to say something shady too.
Wait, this live
The gods were like,
tutorial?
stop.
The sign.
Watching someone glue an earring to their ear is so crazy, even though I've done much worse.
Baby, you got scars on your nipples. Don't play with me.
Play with your
Heard of
pussy,
scar
don't play
face.
with
What
me.
about scar nips?
We all definitely contributed to the overall concepts. Honestly, though,
Can I wake it up from an outside perspective?
Please
Of
do.
what I was
Please
watching,
do.
because I rewatched this episode
I
while I
lived
was
it.
getting ready
Me
today.
too.
And I was like, because I was watching Carson ask you, and you all like panic answer to make sure that you were giving the answer to let him know that everyone did something equally. And then I think Velma was trying to translate everything in her head and was trying to get a word in. But then it was sounding like she just was like the secretary for the group, so she was trying to make her point.
Sammy did
And
kind of
was
set
not-
it up like that. She was
and
like,
was
she was
not-
really good at writing.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
and
she had a
she was
pen?
trying to like make sure that Carson knew that like I wasn't just the one with the pen. And then, but in her trying to prove that point, I think she got scrambled. And when he said, "So you came up with the concept," she was like, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden, your face just went, and I was like, "Oh."
It's the way
Oh.
before, like, right before the camera went to you, I already knew it was going to show your reaction. Because the second she said yes, I went,
Because as soon as she said that, I was like, "Oh, somebody is going to feel a type of way of that," even though I don't think that's exactly what she meant. I think she was just trying to say, like,
Yeah.
I also contributed to the
But I get
concept.
it. Everyone
I
was
wasn't
kinda
just the
talking over each other.
secretary."
Yeah, it was a little messy at first.
But I lived.
I do think Carson was a little bit stirring the pot when Sammy said the thing about Velma did a great job writing it down, and Carson was the one that said, "So you just had a pen." I think that's what really made Velma go, "Well, no, I didn't just have a pen."
Yeah.
Which she didn't just have a pen.
No.
But she also did have a pen.
She
but she
was-
didn't just have a pen.
She was the scribe of the group.
Yes. And I think it was interesting to watch. I loved like watching myself in real time, like kind of whisper to myself, like the overall concepts.
You literally looked around like,
you saw the gears turning in your head.
Girl,
sorry.
and then Carson going, "Everyone's okay with that? Yeah. Van? Yes. We all came up with the overall concept for sure." And it's like, I don't think Velma even in that moment clocked that I was angry yet.
but everyone watching your team did. They were like, "Oh,
Everyone watching your team
after
did.
this."
I do not believe that's what Velma meant to say. I do think Carson asked the question, and she did indeed say she came up with the overall concept. And then he did try to clarify, and she did double down again. Just for the record, that's what happened in the episode, as we saw. So I think I was justified in my response.
And you know what? You guys
was
also
brilliant.
worked it out. You talked it out a little.
I was definitely really mad though. I was really mad. But we then going to our group performance. It was what it was. I would say definitely was second best as well. I don't think we had the standout theme, but I do think Saltina was the best in our group overall. I think she had the strongest.
She really
parts.
did the job of like connecting your three characters
as the host
into the same universe.
All right, our next group, we have the SOS Seniors on Sea.
I loved this one.
I love this group. You could tell that they were having fun. Carson was having fun.
Honestly, it's the group that goes third that eats it up. What can I say?
Did you go third too?
Yes.
Love.
Also, it was so funny because when they went on, is like, so how did you guys work together? And them going, well, we all worked really well together. We loved each other. We shared our ideas together. And I was like, they better just rub it in your faces.
Rub it in.
Like,
Let's really wrap up that, because then I was like, that's what she said. And then both Sammy and Saltina were like, that's not what she said. That is literally exactly word for word what she said.
But that was such good TV. Just like, no, we worked perfectly. We were the best team ever.
Yeah. For me, the standout in this group was really Dulce.
Dulce.
I think as like kind of like her and Caramilk were like the narrators and the presenters of this advertisement. And Dulce just like
Totally.
her diction, her
Her
mannerisms,
physical
her
comedy,
physical
it was-
like presence. Like, I don't know how you have stage presence in a video,
Yeah,
but she
yeah,
did.
yeah.
And like having just that little like titty shake and you guys all like making it a thing afterwards. I was like, that's
What
how
did
you
you
eat
call
up
it?
a
The bird watching shake?
No, I said like let's all do Dulce's titty shake.
Titty
Oh my
shake.
God. Also the bird watching scene when they were staring at the pit crew's junk. That made me laugh so hard because that's my favorite part of fall.
I love the clock it. Gray
Gray
sweatpants
sweatpants.
season.
Hey.
I love the white party joke. Like
That was
Which is ironic.
because
hysterical.
we're the ones hosting it.
Also, Maya
yeah.
Fox's face popping up, being
In
like,
the
Gertrude,
binocular-
what are you looking at? I was like,
it could low-key become like a sketch comedy.
like it was
Absolutely.
quite spot on.
I also loved Star's performance.
Why
in
does
this.
Star kind of suit being like
an old lady?
like
No,
Star was living her
killed-
life.
She
Like,
killed
it's
me.
kinda
And then
perfect.
Carson, she was giddy when Carson was like, "Can you twerk on the walker?" And she's like,
She
"Yes."
said-
She's like, can
waiting for
I?
it.
Can I? Let me show you.
Can I?
No, this team just like I loved how this team worked together. At least what was shown on screen.
Yeah.
And their final edit too was just like concise. And like you said before, teams of two kind of battling it that way.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good way to break it down. I think they did a really good job of like splitting the camera time.
Yeah, everyone had equal camera time, but
Camel toe?
camel toes.
Everyone had equal camel toe.
Everyone had equal camel toes, but we still got to see everyone all together.
They clearly worked well as a group
Absolutely.
in comparison.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites just because of how
So good.
charismatic they were on screen. You understood everything they said.
Yeah. Speaking of understood everything they said, we're going to our last group,
You ate that.
the Singles at Sea, or maybe more properly named, the Looking to F at Sea
Yeah.
cruise.
Girl, this was
Come
just
dump cruises.
come dump cruises. Goon as much as you can. girl.
Hazel
Goon-
really
the goon of the
predicted it.
sea.
I don't know what happened in this team or how they got there. I feel like one of their things could have been like sex.
I think it would have been funny to have like that one because like there was somebody that was the leader, like the presentator, of
Ebony,
everything,
Ebony,
which was
yeah.
Ebony.
Yep.
And then you had these three people doing different things, but all three of their different things were all related to sex.
Yep.
Where some of them could have been like dating.
Yep.
I want
like
them to do, like, a
couple
speed dating
activity-
round
like
or,
speed
like, that
dating,
would be
and
so
one
fun.
and then one could be like PM could have stayed as like the gooning professor and
Yeah.
been like, and you can come get lessons on how to
Yeah,
play
it's
with
like-
your new
it's like
partner, blah blah blah.
Like
Like
after hours after dark if
Yeah.
you want something extra.
because the only person I think that the sexy aspect worked with in this group was PM. The banana thing was hilarious when they just
I
reached over
commit
and
to
took
the
a
bit.
bite out of it. I was like,
out of a green banana.
Also, this being the team that went first, like when they zoomed in on my reaction and then Sammy's reaction, that was literally how we were the whole time. Like we were like, what is going on?
I feel like this group was kind of hitting the same note
Yes,
over and over
yeah, for
again.
sure.
And that note was sex joke, sex joke, sex joke, sex joke. But it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and none of it really like landed.
yeah. And then
Not really.
Hazel and Paolo's accents that they were doing were really hard to understand.
Well, I think they were trying to rely too much on the physical comedy rather than the actual jokes.
Yeah.
It wasn't grounded.
I will say
but then the
I was like
physical comedy
chuckling
wasn't-
at Paolo, but I don't know if I was like laughing because what she said was funny or if it was just so outrageous.
Right.
I think it was the latter.
Yeah.
Paolo could do anything.
Were you laughing with her or at her?
I mean, Paolo is so naturally funny, and kind of same with Hazel as well. I think this group, low key, they're all very naturally funny.
They could have put on less of a
Hazel was
character
actually
and just-
not. I don't think Hazel was that bad in this thing. I think if she had to just pulled back like a little bit with
Yeah.
the like physical comedy of everything, it would have made it seem less like
forced.
over the top, forced, campy, and more just like I'm goofy.
You could tell she was like, I'm playing a character right now.
Yes, it was like very
Yeah.
like
I am the cruise
Yeah, it's like-
director.
like whereas it could have just been like, hi, I'm the cruise director, and
Yeah.
it would have been easier to.
I feel
convey.
like going on Drag Race, people who get told they're naturally funny or like you're in a club and people are laughing is so different than like actually creating like an improv scene or telling
Something
a real
that's like
joke.
scripted or
And a lot of the time, like people laughing in a club is not a good indicator of if you can actually like.
And I think the real
tell a
challenge behind these challenges where they have you write like a PSA or a commercial or something like that, it's a fine balance between like actually conveying the information they want you to convey while still being funny and making them laugh. And there's like a fine line you have to ride to be able to kind of win this challenge. Like it has to be informative. It doesn't have to
there
be
still is
the
an
information
assignment.
doesn't have to be right, but you
Yeah.
still have to give that information to the audience while still being really dumb and stupid.
I think the seniors team also did the best job of connecting it back to being on a cruise.
Yeah. When they were like, they're
Constantly
treating
saying
this
their
cruise
name,
like
all
it's
that.
Yeah.
last, because for a
Present.
lot of them it is.
Yeah.
I was like,
It is. Loved it though. I think overall, it was cute.
it was a good
It
challenge.
was a fun challenge.
cute.
I don't think anyone really bombed.
Yeah.
It was like just, you're literally just comparing them to each other at that point.
And also as a second episode challenge, it's like a great way for us to see more how you act versus just a verse. Because that's like
Yeah.
with a track, you're dancing, whatever. Now it's like, no, you're just talking on camera now. Like
Yeah.
this is our opportunity to see if you can just riff off and banter with the girls.
Clock it. And we get into getting ready for the runway. I guess just like a brief moment. Dulce shared a Dulce shared a very important story. That's what I would
Yes.
say. Dulce shared a very important story. And it was, I mean, very powerful. In the room, it felt very powerful. And
That
just,
translated to screen as well.
Yeah.
The part
Crazy.
that hit me the most was her talking about like, oh, like when I was still living in my city
God,
where
yeah.
my parents were, I would walk by them at the mall and we would act like we didn't know each other. I'm like, that
Yeah.
was like,
That was like,
it
Oh.
hit me. I was just
Yeah.
like, damn, like that really is so tough to live through. And she is so strong. And thank you for
knowing
sharing
she's
your
been on
story.
her own, like supporting
Since
herself
16.
since 16. And she's what, 24 now?
I think she
25?
might be 25 now. So almost 10
25 now,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Dulce, but like, you're so strong.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
I feel like this may sound odd, but this is part of the big things that I think most people love about Drag Race is getting to hear those stories and feel seen. Like I know there's definitely like I haven't lived through the amount that Dulce has, but even in just that story, like there's so much that you see in a person, and it gives you so much of a fuller picture of like who they are.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's so
low key,
nice to
even like
see.
with me, it's like I felt like in that story alone, like at the top of the episode, I obviously say like I want to get to know you better, and even this part, I'm like I feel like I already am, and I feel like I have like such a huge respect for Dulce after the story also, and just like a better understanding of also like how she operates and navigates the world
where she's coming
through her
from.
lived experiences.
when she said that's like why I feel like I'm reserved sometimes in a setting with a lot of people because of this like trauma that I've been through. Like that clicked so much. Like I've only worked with Dulce a few times, but like that clicked for me just the few times we've interacted. I was like, this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And like it makes me really understand you
Yeah.
and like you a lot more.
Yeah. So send Dulce a lot of love.
Yes,
because
please.
it is really hard to be vulnerable on camera
Yeah.
and put your life out there for millions of people to observe and critique on. So we love you, Dulce.
We love you so much.
And we also got to hear from Hazel and Caramel about their families and the
Yep.
support that they've been getting. So I just love like the conversation.
And Caramel's dad is hot.
Caramel's dad is hot.
Girl, hot
And I'm the
young.
oldest one, so I got the best shot.
Caramel's dad is hot. Also, Caramel's dad has like come up on my TikTok page so many times.
Really?
Of like making TikToks of Caramel on screen and just like all this kind of stuff. It's so cute.
That's really
When
cute.
Caramel was telling that story, I was like, this is like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah,
Like,
no, literally.
growing up in like a very conservative religious setting, feeling so ostracized because you know you're queer, and then you just find out like out of
Someone
the blue,
reaches out. And
Someone
like,
reaches
hey.
out.
Someone DMs you on Instagram.
It's literally like that story of like almost like Cinderella kind of. Like,
Yeah.
Like I was royalty the whole time, or Rapunzel, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I was royalty the whole time. Like, like I really was. I knew it. Like it's
very
just so
reminiscent of those kind of
amazing.
things.
And I'm so happy that they have that relationship with each other because that's really unique and really special.
I love the mix of like positive stories mixed with like obviously like hardships. I think it's like important to hear like both sides of it as well.
But there's just so much to learn from like any of those experiences.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for sharing.
Well,
And I also think the Hazel's story
Yeah.
was important to share as well because it's important for not just the queer people watching, but for our allies that watch the show to like see how support like that can go such a long way and what it not only means to the person who's getting the support, but the people around them as well. Like just that hope that there are people who are gonna like there are situations like that. It's not obnoxious to hope for that one day, you know?
and it comes in different forms. I think one thing I liked about Hazel's story was also she was saying like my dad doesn't come to shows, but like he's still involved. Like
Exactly.
he helps me
Help
with
build
my
the
drag
drag
room,
room.
and like he may not want to like be in that environment. And I think a drag show is a very specific environment. Even like my parents watching Drag Race right now, I feel like they call me. They're like, "Yeah, it's like interesting." And I think the reality is like Drag Race is very specific to like drag culture and like queer culture in a lot of ways. It has these like sexual innuendos and jokes, and we swear. And for a lot of people, like parents especially, or like people who are older, that is like, oh, I don't really want to watch all this. But that doesn't mean that they don't like still.
And sometimes
try to
it just
support
comes
you.
down to it's just like that's just not something they're interested in seeing.
Fuck
It
it.
doesn't mean that they don't support you and love you for doing it. They're just like
It's
my
just not
dad's
for
never
them.
seen me
Yeah.
do drag in person, but my dad helps me make all my stuff. He watched my whole season and like sent me like paragraph texts of all of his notes that he took
Yeah.
throughout the episode.
Oh, he did his
Because
homework.
my dad's kind of a nerd. He's not a bar person anyways. So
Yeah.
like he wouldn't want to come out like at 9 p.m. to a show at a bar. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
literally.
like gonna just be standing there looking like Belle's dad from Beauty and the Beast, you know?
Yeah.
So, but
the inventor.
he does. He has little glasses and he's a 3D printer. Like,
He 3D printed part of your runway.
yeah,
did.
he designed
Steampunk.
and did your whole spider
And did
arms.
and also did my dragon nails too.
No, that was someone else.
Was that not?
Someone else 3D printed nails for you.
Oop.
Damn.
Steampunk.
But yeah, like I like to hear everyone's story on Drag
Yeah.
Race, and I like that they had both of those as a contrast to like what queer people experience.
Clock it. Going to the runway. On the runway this week, we had In the Shadows.
All right. Well,
All right, YouTube.
getting into our runways now, we are going to start off with
In the Shadows.
categories. Yes.
In the shadows.
We have to set it up, baby.
Wait, let's do that again. Now, moving into our runways category is In the Shadows. Starting off,
Spooky, scary.
we have Van, our spooky girl, which
Aw.
actually, you went like cuddly spooky.
Well, yeah. So my idea was obviously like In the Shadows. I feel like the first thing you think of is like vampy, gothic, horror. And I feel like low-key kind of my all the time. Like,
Yeah.
if I showed up in another black look with like some red on it, it'd be like I also low-key just wore that the week before.
Exactly.
So it's like I felt like I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to show the judges that I can do so much more than that as well, and I can also think outside the box, which is also in part why the face is not that's not my face is my actual like drag face, and then the other side is like a different side to me. But inspired by childhood nightmares, forgotten teddy bears, kind of like
Cursed dolls.
people kept saying
vibes.
Five Nights at Freddy's. It was definitely never on my mood board. More like just like forgotten childhood belongings. And I felt like when I think of In the Shadows, I was thinking of like being like scared and fearful. And I feel like the most time you're scared and fearful is like when you're younger, and like little stories kind of freak you out. But this look has. I took a lot of lore to it, a lot of like Canada's Drag Race lore, because I worked with Pythia on a lot of the look, and Dedham also helped Pythia make the look, and then also Helena worked on
The face.
the face, casting my face, and also painted my face. So if you think it looks a lot like me, that's because Helena did it.
Oh, I didn't know that you painted the face.
Yeah, I painted the
I thought
face.
you had
the
done
only
the
thing I
face
didn't
and gave
do,
it
I
to
think,
her.
was put the lashes on it because you wanted to use your own lashes.
Yeah, I just threw an old pair of lashes on it,
yeah.
which
yeah.
I've replaced like 4 times.
But we cast your face. We molded it in
That was a
two-part
really fun
liquid plastic,
process.
and then I gouged out your eyes with a Dremel and resculpted them so they were open. And yeah, and we painted it up.
It does look so much like me.
It does look a lot like you. It was really creepy. I actually took this video after I finished it of me impersonating you.
We'll insert clip here.
Not too much. Oh my gosh, you caught me without lashes on, sister. Clock it.
Okay, send us the mess. We have to put this in.
Being that close to her face is so like, it's so.
Sister. Clock it. Do your big one. Do your big one, sis.
Was this the one when I was prepping for the show?
Sister.
It's so uncanny to be like that close to her
when
face.
when we were prepping for the show, we had like one of the casts of my face on the couch, and Midas and Destiny like put a wig on top of it, and then put a blanket over
We
top
put her
of
to
it,
bed.
like I was sleeping. And I have a picture of it, and it's so funny. They
Because
were-
it really looks like it's you
yeah,
right there.
they were slacking off on stoning, but
I think we also have cursed videos when we were casting your face.
oh, so many, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I had
that
such
Aurora
a good
has.
time.
We were just
watching you
fucking
get
with you
casted.
while you
Yes.
couldn't see or hear
Couldn't
us.
see here. Baby, I was taking a nap. No
She
shit.
couldn't talk. She couldn't talk for like an hour. It
I
was,
was taking a nap.
amazing.
Every 20 minutes, we would just be like, give us a sign that you're alive. You just, okay, good.
I feel like everyone on set
Like,
this day was
Parker.
like talking to the other face and was like that actually the shot they included of like after all the crying of just that
Just the
face,
face?
was like the perfect icebreaker you needed to get back in the
Yeah.
episode.
Because that still is your resting face, girl. Like, you would
No,
would
literally.
that.
Literally.
honey.
Also, the makeup you did on your real face in this
So
reminds
pretty.
me so much of the makeup you wore the first time we ever hung out, where Work Diva
At the-
became a thing.
yes, when I did the pink blush over the nose.
yeah, you did like your
yes.
whole nose blush pink, and then you wore this like baby doll like
Yeah,
jellyfish
yeah.
dress, and we went out
Oh
and
my
got
God.
trashed.
Was,
Yes.
this, was this like freckle era?
No.
No, but your whole nose was neon pink. I remember that.
Yes.
You might have had blue lipstick on as well.
We'll include a lip.
I need to know
we'll
what this
include a
look
picture
was.
here. We'll include a picture.
Yeah, it was your
I-
club kid. You were experimenting.
I feel like I've always been kind of experimental, except
You
for that
have.
one couple years where I was just like not wearing pads
when
and
you were
trying to be
Vanessa.
pretty. Yeah.
Yes.
When Vanessa was out.
When I was trying to be pretty. But I love this look. I think it was great. A lot of people have said like they didn't like the way I presented it on the stage. I ask you, how would a 7-foot teddy bear walk?
Yeah, what do you mean? This, it
Also-
literally makes sense the way you like
Who
walk
cares?
around.
Also, you're wrong.
Clock
And
it.
a loser.
Wait, but seeing you in
But
those,
this also reminds me of teddy scares. Did you ever know what those were?
No.
No. Okay. There was this like little bear they used to sell at like H&M and like Sunrise Record, like all and Hot Topic and stuff. And they were like little teddy bears, and they had like stitches and heart eyes and or
Oh.
like hearts with like pins in it on their chest, and they came in little
Ooh.
coffins.
yeah,
They were
Oh.
like goth emo Labubu, but like
I should have
from
come out of a
2005.
coffin. Bosco tea.
seeing you in
Should have made one of my boxes a coffin.
But then you're just a teddy bear.
But yeah, this is sickening.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
give this a puff.
Puff.
Oh yeah, I thought we were doing that. Puff, of course.
You were in
Oh, also,
Platform
I want to give a
Pleasers.
shout out though. Right now, I worked with Bethia on this, but this was the only outfit I was not able to have a fitting for, and I sent her a pattern of my body, but we used like a non-stretch, which low-key, I don't know why I sent her a stretch pattern. Kind of my bad. Don't know what I was thinking at that time. But to be fair, when you're prepping for Drag Race, are you thinking?
No, girl, you just gotta go with what you do,
Exactly.
what you have.
Anyway, so the outfit came and it didn't really go up my body. All of the light pink fur and all the black fur on the other side, like in the body, was added after by Will, Perla's partner. And he came over 2 days before I left for the show and basically completely took the thing apart, made it just a bodysuit, and then we added all that to make it bigger. But I actually think in the
I
final
think it
results,
looks better.
It looks better.
It looks
And then in
really
my hotel
good.
room, I added all of the stuffing coming out of the crevices and all the extra like. The lacing in the middle was always there, and then I added extra lacing on the other sides to make it all kind of.
It just makes it look more like a worn down
Yeah.
teddy bear that you've patched up over the years.
And I love the thick like cartoon stitching on it. It
Yeah.
just really
This
sets it off.
outfit I love for the reason that it was like stressful to put together, because I think it's like part of the fun of Drag Race of like in the heat of the moment, you're making a decision that is going to benefit you on the runway, but then you kind of look back and be like, you know what? One, I like persevered and I made that happen. And two, I'm actually happier with the final results. And that it's like a fun story to
If
tell.
you didn't make the edits, it wouldn't look the same right now.
Yeah. It's like a fun like bonding thing. Because when I put it on the first time, baby, and it wouldn't go up past my legs. Ooh. Should have saw my face then. You thought my face in the challenge was bad? Ooh. No, but it all worked out. I'm so happy to everyone. And thank you to Bethia and Will and everyone who worked on this, Helena as well.
Me.
Next.
Hey, moving on. We have got Saltina
Saltina.
Shaker. I think this is a very pretty look.
I think it's pretty. I think she looks very like haunting and ethereal in it.
Yeah. People were saying like it doesn't really match in the shadows. I don't entirely understand that. Because I think like it does look like haunting.
I mean, this was also an interpretation of a personal shadow of hers. So like, I think that was really beautiful and important for her to be able to show and share that.
Yeah, her getting to talk about it definitely like gave us a look into it and understand where she's coming from.
Which I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess my only thing I would change is the hair.
I was going to say, I don't necessarily love the hair with this just because this is so flowy and you already have that hardness and the like jeweled blood and everything like that. I think that something like a little more softer would have like...
Yeah, she doesn't have any other black.
I would have loved like an ash blonde and done like really pale, ghostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I think it would have been, ooh, that sounds kind of dark. Like, no, but like play off the ghost angle of it and then have all like the blood as like the pops. I would have like, like an ash blonde, like kind of very like pretty.
Yeah,
like,
I think
style.
something just like flowy and softer would have given her that like hard, soft, like combativeness that she was going for. Whereas adding like the hard sculpted wig with the flowy dress just looks a little disjointed for me. But overall, I say it's a puff.
I agree.
I think it's a puff.
I puff
and
too.
she's wearing my earrings.
Oh,
honestly, if you do rhinestone blood, like
I live.
I'm gonna puff it.
I live.
I love.
She wearing my earrings, and then I gifted them to her after. Actually, fun fact also, in the challenge, she's also wearing a dress I brought, and I gifted both of them to her after.
You're
You're
such a
like,
sister.
Well, I was like, you won in these things, so like take them. And also the
Yeah,
dress was from
of
the
course.
vintage store.
Period.
All right, next we have Sammy Landry.
We do have to
Sammy
talk
Landry.
about the fact that this was after her idea being the deer getting hit by a car, right after Saltina's.
Oh, car accident reference.
That was hilarious. Like the irony is kind of ironing.
Well, okay, I have a question. Did she add that extra tool or whatever at the bottom
To try and make
to
it
try
longer.
to make it longer?
I don't know.
I mean, I really liked the look until the critiques, and then Brooklyn pointed that out, and they zoomed in on it, and I was like, yeah, I get that. But I loved that she came out and it's like a fur coat, and then she opened it. It's
Love
all
the
red
coat.
on the inside.
Yeah.
The mask is so unhinged. I do think it would have been fun to rhinestone the mask. I know that's not necessarily her vibe, but again, those are like she did get a note about like there's a way to do like this trashy camp vibe and elevate it for
sure.
the TV show. Because that's something I feel like you have to do when you go on Drag Race.
Totally.
Is even if what you usually see doesn't align with what you do, there's a way to take the task at hand and like mold it through your vision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I think this look needed. Otherwise, I think it's
The coat is
really
sickening.
hot
The coat is so sickening
and really fun.
I do think like the mask being on the whole time, like
Like the mask
wish
could have
she
been the
took it
camp
off.
part, and then if
Yeah.
she like really did up the gown underneath,
Yeah.
similar to like even if she did something similar to Saltina did, where it was like jeweled blood.
yeah,
Like that could have been, it would have given the camp, it would have given the trash chic,
yeah.
and it would have elevated it. So
Honestly, if the dress
judges
was
can't
more
nitpick.
dramatic on the bottom and like had hit the ground and maybe had a fuller mermaid, it maybe really could have sold it. And then had the glam with the trash.
Yeah, but she just sells everything so perfectly.
Yeah, I kinda live.
Sammy. I love
I see the
Sammy.
vision. I see
In
the
person,
vision.
hated it. On TV, I don't know. I think she's kind of onto something.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
No, so real. Things look so different.
Yeah, but like Puff.
I'm gonna puff it.
I'm
low-key.
gonna puff it.
I'm gonna puff it except for the length.
Daddy,
Johnny Jones hit the main stage.
so hot.
I literally only have one thing I don't like about this look, and I just didn't like at first the white shirt was just like a white shirt with like not even like a single little rhinestone on it. But then when he ripped it, I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. It was
And
meant to be ripped.
the
open.
nipple piercing and the fur on like the, I don't know, like silicone
The chest
body.
plate.
I loved seeing how the
Delicious.
persona changed
Oh,
as
yeah.
Johnny.
Night and
Even the way
day.
he was standing on stage,
The way he
like
talked,
the
the just-
mannerisms, it
Night
was
and day.
really cool to
Yeah,
see.
the presentation of this was really, really fun, and I love that there was the tearing of the white shirt.
Mm-hmm. And the
I was
prosthetic
sold.
piece on the face.
Oh my god.
Okay, I clocked it when y'all were having like mirror chats during the get ready part, and I was like, "What is going on with Velma's makeup?" And then comes out as Johnny. I was like, "Got it. I
Yes,
see
so
I see the
good.
look now."
Yeah.
No, I love this.
Hot drag king
Delicious.
and added to the hot drag king werewolves that we've seen on TV before too.
Hot drag king werewolves.
Hot drag
Trend alert.
king werewolves.
And Juice
Trending.
and Juice did this look. Didn't get to show it on the show,
Yeah.
but Juice
But Juice
also
was
did
gonna do a
Do a
look
werewolf,
like
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, the mannerism's so crazy. I feel like Velma's drag, I wouldn't describe as like overtly sexual. You know what I mean? I don't think like her drag character Velma is sexual in a sense.
No.
But I think Johnny is like completely sexual.
Yeah, Johnny's got
Oh.
more libido.
And
than
even
Velma.
like low key,
Yes,
sometimes
yes.
in our group chat and stuff,
testosterone, baby.
oh,
Sorry.
Johnny will send like photos and be like, Johnny's here, like daddy's here. We will all kind of goon for it. I'm not gonna lie. When
You know he loves that.
when Johnny posts like Johnny pictures in our season 6 group chat, we all kind of goon a little.
I mean,
look at the material, hot
Smash.
as fuck.
Pass
Smash and a
and
puff.
smash
puff.
Oh,
Smash and a puff.
smash and a puff.
Smash and a puff and a toque.
Can you imagine? I'm about to say pass. Oh my god, puff, Avi.
Puff.
Best look of the night, no shade.
Moving on, our next.
Oh.
We have Star as a vampire, a swang.
I'm sorry, just her like her face the whole
The
time.
stills of her face on the runway are wild
And then
because
the
those
description
teeth
is
are
like,
crazy.
I am so scary. I'm coming for the crown.
Don't do too much, baby.
How many things are gonna break on you this season? Your promo look, this earring, what's next?
Oh my god, every episode I'm cursed.
Love how like horrifying this is. Like how she made her face look, but it's still Star because it's just like I see it and then I imagine it her being like, well, yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Helena worked on this outfit.
Yeah, so
I did.
Helena,
I
made the.
I helped design this outfit, and then my former boss and friend Marika at Kink Engineering crafted the cat suit, and we crafted it inside out, so the mat of the latex would be on the outside, so it would really look like skin. And then I airbrushed the whole thing. I also built a bodysuit that goes underneath that has like protruding bones, so they would stick through the latex, but it didn't quite work out how I thought. And then I made the little beaver pelt loincloth thing and the shoes.
The shoe.
The
The shoes I hand sculpted on top of a pair of shoes she already had. And
shoes are
then
sickening.
the hands were 3D printed like extender finger hands that I made like gloves
Like
to
built
go
into
over
the
top
gloves.
of.
You're so good at like shoe customization.
The
I
shoes are so
love
good.
making
You're
custom
so
shoes.
good
It's my
at
favorite
customizing
thing.
You
shoes.
customized my steampunk ones.
did.
I remember I bought them and you were like, let me add more gears.
That was
more
the second
rusty
pair of
things.
shoes I got to cut. The first time I did it was for Fierce's dystopian look, where she was that creepy
Her
fish, and that was
sea
also the
monster.
first time we made a airbrush latex catsuit.
So basically, you made everything but the wings,
Everything but the wings, yes,
which is great. Because I would say
I-
I think the wings ruin it.
It does give Eugene Levy's eyebrows with curtains.
Oh my god.
I think the wings are not successful. I think if you like look at it without the wings, the bodysuit looks great. Her body looks crazy and morphed.
It cheapened the look a little
The
bit.
shoes are sickening. They look like her feet, like on point. Like she's like tippy toed almost.
Yeah.
And the bald cap installation wasn't the best.
I think with the bald cap application and like creating the face she wanted to go with this might have been a bit of a struggle, but like also
Yeah.
I also know Star, and this is like
so outside of stars.
So
yeah.
outside
like
of
not
her
even
box.
outside of what Star does. It's on like the other side of the world from what Star does. So
Down.
the fact that she pulled this off and looked so different and so striking and scary, I'm really
Real.
proud of her for.
Real.
And I
this-
know she's pulling from Filipino like
Yeah.
folklore here.
Yeah.
Which I
She
think
was,
is such
and
a
she was
fun-
really
yeah.
she was really specific about keeping the characteristics of the folklore of this creature, because like I suggested doing
swan.
something similar to what we're gonna see from Caramilk of the wings
I see.
being attached to the legs and to the hands.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, no, I really want the bat wings like that come out of the back, because that's how the creature's described. And I was like, okay, well
love
then
that.
you figure out the wings.
I love
'Cause
bringing
I don't know how to build
folklore into
wings.
it. Yeah. I think the wings really do a disservice here because also they're like obviously really big.
I think if she had used a different material for them, it could have been better. But like,
sure.
yeah, the fuzziness on the top of them is really giving Moira, go get the kids. Like,
Or it kind of reminded me of
can't
like
unsee eyebrows now.
Christmas garland, but just in
I
black.
think it was actually Perla that told me it looked like eyebrows with
Oh,
curtains, and I was like, they look like Eugene Levy's eyebrows specifically.
glad.
But this also isn't the first look you made for the doll family this year.
No, it's not.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I also made
Let's start
stuff
up.
for Suki doll for Slation Royale. I made
yes.
her multiple faces masks.
For the festival.
The what are they called? The Oni masks.
Mm.
I also did her like in the shadowsy kind of runway where they had to be like folklore creatures. And she was like
I
the
didn't watch it.
she was a bug, and I made legs.
Anytime the prompt is creepy crawly, we're going to Helena.
Anytime so
Literally,
anyone,
Drag Race, keep making creepy runways so I can stand.
anyone
like,
going on
thank you.
season 7?
Hit her up.
Clock it. Wait, are we puffing a passing star?
I'm gonna puff the look, but I'm gonna pass the wings.
I'm puffing it all. I think she did a great job considering how far outside of her realm it is. Plus, I ate up that cat suit. It looks so.
It's really
Her
good.
body
good.
looks so. Her body looks so.
She looks
good in
so
that.
emaciated. I love it.
I'm gonna pass it for the wings personally,
T.
but 2 puffs and a pass. That sounds correct.
Next we have Dulce as the Jarona.
La Irona.
La Irona.
Yes.
There's 2 eyes. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
But-
I's and L's next to each other. It's La Irona.
I like this look. I agreed with Brooklyn's note about I just wish the makeup was different.
Yeah.
Because it was just her standard look.
I also helped with this look.
Yeah. Which one did you do?
I did the rigging for the blood tears inside her wig so she could push down on her head and the tears would come out.
Okay, I like realized that on my like 3rd watch almost that when she went like this.
Yeah,
that she
because
was
we went back and forth a
activating-
lot because she was like, I want to be able to cry black tears like on the runway. Like, what can we do? And I was just like, we could hide something in the hair or we could hide something in your sleeves. But like, she didn't quite have the dress figured out in time for us to work it into the costume. So I was like, she's like, but I have the hair I want to use. So
Okay.
the hair was already styled. She keeps tagging me as the hair, but I didn't style the hair. I just did the tear
Got it.
rigging in it. The
mechanics
hair's
of the
beautiful. I
hair.
would take credit, but I don't want to. So yeah, it's like 2 giant syringes, and I told her to just mix up, like, get some black food coloring and water and mix it up, and then load the big syringes with it, and then they hooked up to little latex tubes in the wig. So, and then I told her to just like trim the tube to right under her eye and just like glue it down and try and disguise it with her makeup, which is why I was hoping she would have done something creepier because you could see the tube.
Yeah.
And then she could go to the end of the runway and be like scream and like put her hands on her head, and that would be the way she could push in
Yeah.
the syringes to make the black come
Which
down
was
her face.
successful in like a performance
Yeah,
aspect.
I did notice that the one on the other side of her face fell off because it came out on her shoulder,
Oh.
but this one worked and it looked really cool.
Okay.
So,
I didn't even realize there was supposed to be 2.
I know. I only saw the
Yeah.
one.
and
yeah.
the rest of the outfit I do like, but I agree with what Brooklyn said. It just needed to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, I think that she could have had a few more, like, even just tacked on, like, tulle ruffles at the bottom just to give it more of, like, a bridal gown. And, like, those, like, layers of tulle are, 1, really inexpensive, and 2, they take paint really well. So you would have really been able to, like, look like you were, like, trunching through a swamp. I do think the Lizzie from
Yeah.
Spookiest Tattoo hand colored and dyed this outfit, and I do think she did a really great job with the realism. But yeah, I just think like the sleeves and the bottom of the dress could have just been a bit more voluminous and would have given that like
Totally.
taken up that space on stage to really be like shit.
Yeah, I think everything could have been bigger. Like the veil also could have been like more bridal, hit the floor big.
Yeah.
The bottom could have been bigger. I think even like the things on the sleeve could have been a little bit bigger to create that.
Yeah.
I love the dyeing of the dress, but I think it almost maybe went up too high. So then we're losing the idea of like a white
They could have
wedding
like
dress.
yeah.
I think that plays into
And that's
the
why I
wanting
think if
more
it was
bridal.
more voluminous at the bottom, it wouldn't look like the dye went up so high.
Yeah.
It would look more like it absorbed it, like
Yeah.
like a tampon.
And then
period.
seeing the tube wasn't. It took you a little out of the fantasy in a sense,
Yeah.
but obviously hard to make that happen. Like engineer that.
Yeah,
in a
it was
sense.
like I
don't know
remember
how to do
feeling like I FaceTimed instructions to her because she lives in a different city and was trying to get everything together. So I sent this in like an Uber delivery to her.
Oh, damn.
And sent her a bunch of videos over the phone to like show her how to hook it all up and rig it and everything. Ideally, we would have had time to like do a little test where I could have showed her how to like blend that tube in, but there just unfortunately wasn't the time, and I was working on stuff for you and working on stuff for Star. So
For the same runway.
For the same runway.
runway.
Turns out, all for the same runway.
Same runway. Overall, though, honestly,
I'm gonna puff this.
I'm gonna puff it too.
Yeah. For the presentation alone, puff, because she
it.
really ate the presentation up.
Although I think she looks good. Like, yeah, I'm gonna puff it.
Oh, Maya Fox. This was hauntingly beautiful. I really did enjoy this.
Yeah,
I love the first
the things up
time
her leg.
that like Maya's look has really grabbed my attention. Be like, damn, like this is cool.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't love about it was I feel like we didn't get like a cool face reveal.
Okay, I was gonna say she covered her face the whole time, and I wish that she just brought it down, just gave us, because she was still behind a veil, right?
Yeah, I think she could have lost the veil almost.
That's the one thing you have to remember, that they want to see your face. Like you can be mysterious and cool and surreal with it, but like the judges want to see your face. We want to see your face. We want to see the makeup.
They want to connect to you.
We're like mysterious, cool, got it. Take it away from your face when you get to the end of the runway. Get your money shot, girl.
Love the things up her leg though. I think it looks so pretty.
Yeah. Like she really did a great job. It fit her really well. Like it really showed off her shape and her body, which is not something I've quite seen her wear yet on the show. Because like she had pants for the music video.
Yeah, she did, like,
she had her
bigger-
traditional outfit for her entrance,
Yep.
and then she had the puffer jacket
Oh,
on.
yeah.
So it's like I haven't really got to see her like wear something really sleek and glamorous that really accentuates and shows off how
And she was
her
in a nightgown
figure
for
is.
the acting challenge.
Yeah, and then she was a granny. So I love seeing like this sexy gothic side of Maya Fox.
I like how vampy it is.
I
and,
think like for me, like this look is like her showing up.
yeah.
Like it was really cool.
I wish there was like more mirrors also maybe.
Yeah, like I don't necessarily get the concept, but it gives me like shadowy, like some
Something
sort of
haunting,
like
something spooky.
yeah, some sort of like too much sangria, nightmare, sleep paralysis moment.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm really
Puff.
into it. Puff.
Yeah, I'm gonna puff it.
Next we have Caramel.
This
I
is
love
beautiful.
This was made by my sister Kiki Ko
Yes.
in Ottawa.
We give Kiki a shout out every
Kiki
episode.
killed
I
it.
I
damn.
love this look.
Beautiful.
My
Just beautiful.
only thing I don't like about it
Yeah.
is I just wish at one point she stretched her arms out and gave us the full fantasy.
That's the only thing. Is like
Was
she
it just
even
that it
said
was really heavy and she was like,
I
she
have no
even
idea.
said
It
in
looks
her
heavy.
description on the
Yeah.
runway, she's like, these wings I think weigh more than me, and it's really hard to hold them up.
Okay.
And like obviously looks amazing. I don't have a problem with how she presented it at all, but like it would have been
Just so-
super
like, to
puss
walk
if
out
she could
and-
just like
yeah.
to show
lift
the
them
whole
all the
wingspan,
way
too.
up.
I almost wish like just it almost felt like one of those things of like where she didn't really get a chance to practice before we walked.
I've also
the
never
runway.
seen Kiki make something quite like this before, so it might have just been
Yeah.
like, okay, they look amazing, but like
Are
maybe
they
we need to
functional?
find like a material that looks as good as this that weighs
But
a
is
little
lighter,
less, so
more
it's
practical.
more practical. To
The shape of them
move
is
in.
insane though. Like it gives bat immediately down. I also
All the airbrushing.
want to shout out to Karen Milk's makeup and the
her
color match.
makeup.
Because also saying Star, this is really outside of her comfort zone. This is also really outside of Karen Milk's comfort
Yes,
zone too.
yes, it is.
And I remember in the room being very impressed by her makeup.
Yeah.
So
Because people think like, oh, gray. But I'm like, gray is one of the hardest colors to match because they're
So many
they
undertones.
call it 50 Shades of Grey for a reason.
clock it.
There's such a
Cool,
spectrum.
warm. How much? How little?
Yeah, you
Ben,
can put
you've
color in
painted
it.
2 full men gray.
Not too much. Yes, I did, and it was really bad. Don't clock me on that. I painted 2 guys gray for Midas's winning performance of
It was
Empire's
not
Ball.
bad at all. It was great.
It was fine. It also took me hours.
It was
Were
just
they
time
naked?
crunch and it
It's
was just
just-
getting a lot done.
Yeah.
No, but you did a great
They were
job.
naked?
No, not fully. They were like gray swim
Oh,
shorts.
because I was like, painting a ball sack takes way longer than you think it does. I've had to paint a naked man before fully blue.
That's the
Every
trailer.
time you moved it, there was another whole area that had been wrinkled up that you had to stretch out and paint blue.
Damn.
It was.
Yo,
It
that's
is
a
a
lot of
wild
real
experience.
estate.
No, we put them in gray swim shorts that I then painted.
It's like a
swim shorts.
space bag. It just keeps going.
Also, well, actually, I'll bring this up when we get to her. But anyways, this is an amazing look. Puff.
This is a
Puff,
puff.
super puff. Yes.
Paolo.
Game over.
Perfección.
I am so sorry. It's sickening.
I'm so sorry. What's bigger than a puff? A bong hit?
There's
I'm giving this a
nothing-
bong
toke.
rip. I'm giving this a bong rip.
There's nothing bigger than a puff.
No, this is like obviously like maybe on some like spiritual level for her this relates to In the Shadows, but like I don't know whose nightmare is looking like a
Yeah.
Linda Evangelista garbage bag.
I think it's so camp in this
That's
day,
like my dream.
this day and age of Drag Race too, with all these like quotes of like, "You're so pretty, you could wear anything. Like you can walk out
You
in a
could wear a
diaper."
trash bag.
And she
Yeah.
said, "Bet, let me do it."
Yeah, and I think like also she's wearing Louboutins clocket.
Yeah.
Which she bought specifically for this runway.
Oh, she better.
And I remember being like, "Why'd you do that?" She goes, "Babes, it's just kind of part of the look."
I mean, the look is sickening. Like, it is made really well to look like a trash bag, but still look like couture. Like, there's a panty in it that stops it from riding up.
Yep.
She was dropping stuff out of it, which
Yep.
was also really
Her
funny
waving
and
to
camp.
the judges from the bottom.
Yeah. I was like, this is like an excellent runway idea, just wrong category.
Yeah,
For me.
Yeah,
For me.
yeah.
But
I
I
think
live
people are
for
finding it
the-
hard to relate to In the Shadows.
Yeah.
But when I asked her when we like wrapped whatever, I was like, "Why did you wear the trash bag?" She goes, "Babes, white trash. What's scarier?"
And if she got to say that on screen,
I know.
That would have made it
I
everything.
can't decide if she came up with that after the fact or beforehand. You know what I
And
mean?
you know what?
We'll
Maybe
never
we'll never
know.
know.
Yeah, we will never
And I also
know.
live for that.
How the mind of Paula Perfección works, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, she needs to leave that a mystery, like how her mind works, because it's
It was
just
what it was.
beautiful, and we all love it.
I would puff it, but pass it for the category.
Pass it for the category, but like super
But I
puff
love the
as
look.
like a look and runway
Yeah,
concept.
I
You did a
think
really great
It's
job.
that Family Guy, like body.
Yes,
meme.
with the legs are crazy.
That is
The legs go all the way up.
Yeah,
Based on how I puffed and passed the last episode, I have to pass for the category.
absolutely.
Period.
Next we have Hazel in her sea kelpie look.
Yeah, this was creepy and fun.
And I love that she took the mask off. This is what I was going to say was, so when this runway came up, I had many girls in the room ask if they could borrow a pair of lashes from me because obviously I wear like bigger spiky lashes. So Saltina and Hazel are both wearing my lashes in this runway.
Period.
Just a fun little fact. But I love the shook it off. I think it was so fun. Her presentation was great. I do think it's a little shapeless.
I get what you mean. It's
Yeah.
kind of giving like jumpsuity vibes.
Yeah, I was getting like those outfit. I think they call them Gila suits, like the ones with all like the fringe green everywhere, like the moss everywhere.
Ghillie suits.
suits.
Yeah.
It was giving me that, which does work because she's saying this is like a horse creature that like drags you to a swamp or something like that. It's like a Scottish folklore.
Yeah. I love the folklore references in this runway.
Me too. Folklore references always. Folklore
good.
mythology. It's the best resource.
I like the mask.
The mask
makeup
is
and the
really
hair
well done.
more than I like the
And I
the
liked
rest of
that the
outfit.
jaw stayed on when she took the top
Yeah,
part of the
that was
mask off
fun.
because that gave it that really like witchy elder horror kind of moment. Yeah, for me it just comes down to like the little details, like trim the little bits so they like kind of still give you some shape.
Yeah.
But like I noticed today when I was rewatching, the legging, whatever is underneath all of the fringe on her legs, comes down and goes right into her pony boot. She's got like the heelless shoe on, and the tight comes down all the way over the end, so it looks like a hoof.
Oh.
Which I was like, honestly, that detail is really cute. I just
what's
think,
missing-
like,
you
gets
just-
lost.
You just can't.
It just
really
gets
see any of
lost
the
because there's a
details.
lot going on in a really similar color palette.
Yeah. Puff.
Puff,
Puff. Next we have Ebony.
my hometown sister.
The second she walked out, I went. Her naked cooch is out.
Honestly, we
or it's
love a
giving
bald.
that.
We love a bald.
Yeah, I don't know
pussy.
why she's holding the dress like that specifically, because if it wasn't, it would have looked like, you know what I mean? It would have like kind of covered it a bit. Like,
Yeah.
It could have been like more tasteful.
Yeah,
Like, ooh,
it's
does
like
she
a
have
slit.
panty
Like
on?
it's not like a middle. It's like a side slit. So it's like if she had just dropped it.
Yeah. She
would've
would have
covered it?
benefited from, even if she wanted it still be nude, like a nude jeweled panty
Yeah, or
over
like
top
the,
of the cat suit that she's wearing.
those
underneath.
red marks on it.
Mhm.
Like
I think this is a cute look, but seeing what everyone else brought
yeah,
made her look so small on stage.
Yeah, it was just not quite enough comparatively to what everyone else brought. And
Yeah.
I don't find the concept as clear. I know she said she's a vampire, and I realized today that those are supposed to be bat ears, but they look like cat ears. So I thought she was just giving like, I'm a cat, duh, Halloween, and I added red fringe. And I was like,
but then we saw
not
caramel.
quite as much of a concept as everyone
Yeah.
else had. Like, does she look hot? Yeah. Would I tip her down at a Halloween show? Yeah.
Down.
Is it good for this category?
I think what I was saying
I'm gonna
earlier
have to
about like the
pass.
camera versus non-camera, I feel like that meshy fabric looked very like sleek and sexy in person, but on camera kind of fell very flat.
Well, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
see right through it.
Yes.
And it was like the meshy fabric was, I think, like not doing her any favors on the screen. Yeah, I really would have loved Ebony to like really take this into like a scary place.
Yeah.
And I think like even last week the judges were saying like she's so pretty and I just don't want you to rely on being pretty the whole time. And I feel like this would have been the perfect opportunity to like show them that like I can do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like with all of the looks you have to get ready for Drag Race in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you end up with like one or two of your runways where you're just like, you know what? This is just gonna work.
Yeah.
And this might
Fuck it.
be one of those outfits for Ebony because, like, honestly, she's one of my favorites this season. I've loved her since the moment I met her, and she's my hometown girl. But I'm going to have to pass this look, unfortunately. I think she can and will do much better.
Clock it.
I'm gonna pass this as well.
So am I. Pass.
And then last up, we have got PM in their little
This is
sleep
incredible.
paralysis
Incredible.
demon look.
This, like, sexy Babadook Victorian child
Incredible.
bloody moment. I'm just so
Also made
into
by
that.
Vivian Vanderpuss.
Yes. I
Yes.
watched the making of that Vivian posted. I looked at the zoomed in like makeup that PM posted. Just honestly, every single detail of this look had me gagged.
These
Yeah.
tiny little ruffles in
Around
the
the head.
piece around their head is
Yep.
like getting me so horny. I love it so much. And
It
the
feels like
coloring
shadows,
is
too.
perfect. It looks dusty but not
Yeah.
dirty. It's just perfection, PM. You really
So
kicked it
good.
right in the dick.
And their presentation is
hot.
incredible
Yeah.
as well. So I think this is like also like very fashionable in a sense as well, like spooky, but also like Loki could see it on a runway too.
Yeah.
Like
So good.
This is a bong rip for me.
yeah,
It was a bong
I
rip.
invented a new category. Do not tell Perla that she'll
Bong
use it
rip.
too much. Puff.
Puff. And those were all of the looks.
Oh my God. What a fun runway.
And that was it. Yeah.
Canada's Drag Race always kills it with coming up with like really cool runway prompts, and I think this was one of those times.
It was really good.
It's one of those categories where it's like you could really do anything with it.
I think
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people say this. It was like specific enough, but also open ended enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
and those are the best categories
Yeah.
to have because it makes for the most diverse and interesting runway.
yeah, fully. I do say shout out to Saltina for winning the challenge this week.
Yes,
Saltina,
great job,
yes.
Saltina.
I'm happy at least someone from my group won.
I mean,
And it was the first time that someone got to use the Golden Beaver.
Yes, which real, but I was just gonna touch on we had to also first time someone was eliminated as well.
oh,
Well, yes.
And we had to say goodbye to Paolo
Paolo
Perfeccion.
Paolo.
But that lip sync was iconic, and I feel like
So good.
Paolo is somebody. I think there are so many ways to win Drag Race without winning Drag Race, and Paolo is someone who made so much of their time on screen, and truly will be remembered for years to come.
Even in like the unseen clips, with the unseen social media clip they posted, where she was like, "I stopped getting views, so I just stopped doing it." I was like, "This is so the realest thing I've
She's
ever
so
heard."
real.
She's
real.
so real, and the "keep me" reveal on her butt.
That was
I'm
perfection.
sorry.
That was everything.
I know. After it was over, like Paolo was like once we wrapped the whole thing, Paolo's like, "How embarrassing!" I wrote "keep me," and I went home. I said, "It's even funnier."
Girl.
Like it's actually
It's so
even
iconic.
funnier.
you might
it's
as well
so
fight to
iconic.
the last minute, girl. Whatever you can.
Yeah.
See what sticks.
And I love that you couldn't see it at all until like that one moment. And it was like, what is that? Keep me.
I loved Uma's tweet where she was like, Paulo saying, "I'm gonna go out there and look absolutely crazy for this lip sync," and shows up dressed like
Looks
Velma at a drag.
No, crazy.
It was so funny because it was true.
It's so good. And I think even like the judges, you can see on Brooke's face, like she was just so entertained by like the nonsense that was happening. So I'm very happy that Saltina ended up saving Hazel because we got this like really insane lip sync to also like the perfect song for it. Like
what a
this,
fun song.
Yeah.
Like
Like even Hazel got saved and they hugged each other and I was like, oh, they're about to have a great time. They were like, let's do this.
my new vocal sim is when Saltina saves Paolo, she goes, "Wow. Was not expecting that." Well, Battle of the Buffoons.
When she goes, "Wow, I wasn't expecting that," you just going, "Ha!" in the back corner.
Every time she spoke, I was dying. We have kikied so much about the fact that like she just did not like me when we were filming this TV show, but I lived for her. There was never a moment I did not like her,
Girl, you were entertained the whole time.
but she hated my guts. Like, truly, it was hilarious. It's so funny to watch.
We love you, Paolo. Great
Love you,
job.
Paolo.
Fantastic job.
Mwah.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah.
We got some questions from y'all over on our Instagram, Powderpuff Girls Official, in our little bio, link in bio.
Link in bio.
Link in bio, a little callback to earlier in the episode, which leads us also into our first question.
Ooh.
If you could change your drag name, what would your new name be and why?
That's crazy because I had the name Aurora Matrix before I even did drag.
Ooh.
That was my like makeup page.
Crossy
name.
from the jump.
It was my little like alias before I became me.
Wait,
So what would you change it to? Let's give it a little thought. I've changed my drag name like 5 times, so
I've never changed my drag name, but I think if I was going to, just because now I really love pun names, I think I would be Carmen Monoxide.
Oh, that's a great name for you.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've given that name to so many people. Or the one I gave my friend, Cara Scene, but spelled like scene. Like
Oh,
S-C-E-N-E.
yeah, that's fun.
I don't know. I feel like the only criteria I had when I chose my name was just that it had to start with A, because
So you wanted it to be both.
Yeah, I want it to be both. But I really don't know. Maybe it would be like an Asian pun on something. Juicebox has given me bento box at one point, and she was like, "That'd be funny." I'm like, but I just don't think like a punny name would go with my drag.
No.
You're not funny?
No, funny to look at.
I kid. I feel like I would. Well, I got to Van Gogh because my first drag name was like Vanity Vane, anyways. So I feel like I love Van Gogh and I'm really happy with it in the end. But I think if I was gonna make my whole brand about a painter, I would pick one that was actually like my favorite painter. So not Van Gogh. Like I'd be like
Mark
Rothko.
Mark Rothko.
You would be Mark.
Or like I'd do like something about like Salvador Dali, but that also like I wouldn't want like I don't know. I think I would just try to think of like another pun name about a painter that was
Just
maybe
pull from a different reference.
one that I actually.
Van Gogh is one of my favorite drag names I've heard in a long time.
Thank
I
you.
really like
Van
it
Gogh is
because
very
I'm such an art
tasteful
history
also.
nerd.
And
so
you know
I
it took
lived-
me like 5 times to get there.
I know.
a couple drafts, you know.
Couple jobs. I had like 4 last names at one point. Anyways, it was a whole thing.
Oh, I forgot.
Maybe
about
I was
that.
changing my drag name every other week. Trust.
It's a
Trust.
very tasteful pun as well. Like Van Gogh, you can kind of get away with it, like not getting it, but still being like, oh, it's a puss name.
It's always surprising how many people don't get it.
Yeah, real.
Or maybe I changed my name to Vanessa Gothica,
I love Vanessa Gothica.
but that's my alter ego.
Vanessa Gothica.
What would you change your drag name to, Midas?
Well, I have a similar thing as Aurora. Like I've had Midas as like a social media alias from before.
Cross you from the jump.
Because I played a character in a film named Midas who was just like a demon twink, and then it just like
she's
stuck.
an actor.
Is this
So
the one
it's
with the
different.
pool?
Yes, it is the
Oh.
one with the.
Method.
I remember seeing the
Method acting.
clips.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I've been so like stuck with Midas forever. I just love how like androgynous and like kind of powerful it is. I don't know. Like maybe something a little more like emo gothic girl, but
I would say I feel like one names are hard from the standpoint of if you ever do want to take your drag to like a new level, it's for like branding or like search purposes.
yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah. And
don't
even with
know.
me with Van Gogh, it's like I have to always type in Van Gogh drag because it'll always like
It'll just be like, oh, autocorrect.
Yeah, to Van Gogh.
Yeah, that's
You
a very
spell Van
fair
Gogh
point.
wrong.
I do love a one name though.
I think for a club it's fun, but I think like I said, if you want to take your drag to a new level, I think it's like search optimization is like kind of key.
Very true.
Kind of key. You want people to Google you and know who you are. Next question, we have Helena. What was your favorite and least favorite from your own runway looks on your season?
Oh, that's easy. My favorite was the statuesque runway, obviously.
Love.
I've never felt so cool and better than everyone else.
Clock it.
And my least favorite was my 90s look. I missed the mark so hard on that prompt. I got way too cerebral with it, and I just didn't like how it looked.
Which is interesting because your statuesque, it was so like exactly what you should do for a statue look, but you just executed it so well.
Well, I think on Drag Race, if you're doing the
And I
obvious,
knew I could.
Yeah, if you're doing the obvious and you know you can do it better than everyone else, then do
Do
the
it.
obvious.
It was the one look that I was like, honestly, no one can tell me this is bad,
Clock
and
it.
no one can say they're better than me in this look.
and they couldn't.
And it just happened to be the last episode and the one I won. They
Absolutely.
stood no
Oh,
chance.
I love that.
It was
They
such
stood
a-
no chance. I
It
was
was such
going
a
to
good
the finale.
blend of your like.
Another one of yours I loved
SFX.
was like Alien, of course.
I loved my Alien. I really loved I really loved my. You know what? I really do love my very best drag look. I wish I went further with it, but that look was just so me. Like monster boobs, monster accessories, all crafty, handmade. I just really wish I stoned it. And then it would have been probably my favorite, because also my monster boots with the teeth on them. But yeah, my favorite, statuesque, least favorite, 90s.
Nice.
Clock it. One more question for y'all. We have, but. If you could give one piece of advice to a queen struggling in a competition this season, what would it be?
Depending on how you're struggling, like if you're struggling by being in your head, which I saw, I've actually been relating a lot to Saltina this past episode, because it's very much how I felt in the second episode. They gave her a win to keep her confident. They gave me the top, but told me I looked ugly. So I spiraled for 4 weeks. But yeah, I would say, honestly, if you're in your head and you're spiraling about it at this point in the competition, just stop giving a fuck.
Clock it.
Stop giving a fuck. Stop worrying about things that you can't control. Stop trying to like present yourself in a certain way. Just let it go and be an idiot, because like if you go home, at least you went home trying, you know?
Mama, Paula went home, but who cares? Memorable herself. With herself.
Exactly.
Funny.
Exactly. My advice to anyone before they go on this show, or like after they come back from this show, is like, it doesn't matter where you place. It matters what you did there. Look at me. I made it all the way to the finale and no one remembers me.
A piece of advice I would give, which honestly your cast is doing really well with, is like speaking up and taking your moments. I think your cast is like so good at just like speaking their minds and talking out loud, which is what we've been missing from Drag Race for a while. Is like everyone's always nervous about like what other people are gonna think about them. It's like, no, girl, this is also a reality TV show.
Clock it.
Like, take your moments, like make those camera moments where people will clip and reshare and post. Like that's how you become successful with Drag Race. And like Paulo, like she went home episode 2, but she kind of made some of the biggest waves in the past 2 episodes.
So don't be afraid to be in the bottom and lip sync. That's what's going to make you money after the show.
That is so real.
I was like, my mindset going in the competition, which I think was really helpful to me, even off the bat, was like to always speak my mind and just say how I felt at all times. Because like you had told me that you had like regrets from your season of like sometimes not like saying what you thought, or like you had a thought after and then like the scene's over, the cameras have wrapped, you're in your hotel room being like, damn, I wish I
missed my opportunity.
That. And the other thing was you had wrote me a note. My other thing that I kept in my mind was you wrote me a note saying, stop trying to think about what's to come and just let yourself, like, let them, like, I guess, like, run the roller coaster, run the ride. Like, and I feel like I also got that advice before I went in the room of, like, be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because the reality is you're not going to know what's going to happen next. They want to surprise you. They want to keep you on your toes. But all you can control is what's happening right in front of you and just focus on that.
Yeah. I think
you're sorry, go ahead.
No.
You're contributing to a bigger picture, and of course, how you're feeling like means a lot and like is valid. But you're one part of a whole production. So let the journey happen. Let things play out as they do. And you can only really focus on what's happening in the moment right now.
Exactly. As a drag entertainer, it's like you're so used to producing your entire persona and your entire life, but in this situation, there are producers for you. Let the producers do their job and focus on just doing the best that you can do. Because, like, don't worry about what producers are looking for, what your competitors are looking for, what you think the audience is going to think. Just give you and let the producers do their job.
Yeah.
You know?
There were moments where, like, I was even like, or like going into it, I was like, oh, if I speak too much, like, am I going to be like a villain or a bitch or whatever? Which, I mean, like, it's kind of fun in like some regards. Obviously, I've like said that about myself in multiple scenarios, but obviously you do want people to like you, and more importantly, you want people to book you after the show's over. But I also like had trust in like the process in a sense, and trust in like all the people behind the scenes, and like
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone's really in the modern day of Drag Race, especially on Canada's Drag Race. I don't think they're out to like ruin anyone's career in any way, shape, or form. So like you have to also like trust in the process and trust that like, baby, they're not trying to ruin your life. We're just all trying to make a really good TV show and have fun working on the show.
Canada's always been great for that, and I felt that a lot while we were filming our season, is that like no one's there to make you look bad. They just want the best for everybody while still entertaining everybody.
Clock it.
You got to be comfortable with letting go of control. Because when you're on a show, like, girl, you don't have control.
And that's, I mean, obviously we talked a lot about our season, like my season feeling very like, we're all very comfortable. But that also is in part, shout out to like anyone who worked on this season of Canada's Drag Race, because if you're comfortable behind the scenes, if you're well taken care of, then obviously when you get on camera, you're going to then obviously give everything you want to give because you're in a really good place. So everyone who worked on Canada's Drag Race this season, obviously you all contributed to that. So thank you so much for making us all feel so comfortable.
Roll the credits.
Mama, I always stop the credits. I'm always looking. I'm always clocking the name.
I know.
Trying to find
I love
names
doing
you
that too.
recognize.
I love doing that too. Seeing everyone's name and being like, "Oh, I'm so excited for them
Yes. I'm always surprised by the amount of names I don't know. And I'm like, oh, I've never met this person. There's just so many people that work on the show that you just literally will never meet.
Oh, Canada's Drag Race is growing.
Yeah.
You're gonna meet them as the show goes on because they'll come to viewing parties. They'll be like, "I know you so well, but you have never met me."
Oh my God, yeah. I've met like sound editors. Or,
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm
and
so
they're
sorry.
all awesome, and almost all of them are queer. We
Yeah.
love Canada's Drag Race.
I'm like, I'm so
Shout
sorry
out.
you're listening to my voice again. They're like, no, I love it. I was like, okay. But that's it, baby. Episode 2 wrapped up. Thank you, Helena, for joining us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we haven't had a special guest in a while, so thank you for joining. Thank you for bringing your fun energy.
Thank you for having me. I've always wanted to do this.
And thank you for our little
yes.
guest.
The little
oh my
powder
God.
puff girls with lashes.
Girl is still, the lashes are killing
Watch
me.
out for the video coming to my channel.
Yes.
Search Helena Poison on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram.
Clock
at
it.
the Helena Poison.
Clock it.
One
Yes,
note
and-
about those little keychains, the Van Gogh mug just always reads.
Well, I had so much practice.
You did have a lot of practice.
I had to paint a real size one.
Yes.
That was easy.
Listen, I could do a
Yes.
miniature.
Yes, follow Helena on Instagram. Check her out. Check out our upcoming shows. Buy a ticket. We also will have some other guests coming throughout the season because sometimes we're away. So drop some people in the name in the comments below. Make sure they live in Toronto, please, because we're not doing too much. And
Yeah, who do you want to come on the pod and chat with us?
maybe picking a Toronto Canada's Drag Race girl, you got like 20 options.
Absolutely.
So, period.
And that's just the last 2 seasons.
Clock it.
All right, we'll see you all next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
We all contributed to the overall creative, for sure.